Hi, I'm the old-timey movie reviewer, and today's movie has got to be the blandest and most unexciting movie I have ever seen. Its title, Cosmo Jones in Crime Smasher. Sure, it has an exciting action-packed name, but it's a relentlessly dull and boring movie. So if you've ever wanted to see a graphic depiction of the word bland, here it is. Cosmo Jones in Crime Smasher. The movie starts off in a city gripped in crime. Well, if we believe the newspapers, it is. Otherwise, who knows? They don't show us shots of crime happening. Excitement. For all we know, the city's in the grip of a disgruntled newspaper printer, who's printing false newspaper headlines. The first actual crime we do see is one gang of criminals kidnapping another criminal. Oh no, not crime against criminals! This crime truly does need to be smashed! This movie is so bland they can't even make a kidnapping scene seem interesting. This has got to be the blandest and most unaction-packed kidnapping ever. Action. Heck, the kidnapping seems less action-packed than the newspaper headline scene. The cops are then on the case. Excitement.
The elimination of crime has got to be done away with.
And you may think that that statement was him messing up a line. But no, it's accurate. He pretty much hampers any attempt to stop crime. The cops then find the kidnapped man safe at home. Intrigue. Then a rich heiress is almost kidnapped in the movie's most action-packed scene. A car drives off and shoots at a cop and misses and hits a man. The cop fires off camera and, that's it? Thrills. The action scene is over? What the heck? Man, oh man, this has got to be the blandest and most boring. Oh look, it's based on a radio show. No wonder there's no exciting visuals. Thanks guys, basing a movie on a radio show. Genius. I hope you're proud. Hey, let's base a movie on a radio show. Brilliant! Think of all the exciting visuals a radio show would inspire. And they also had another idea, a video game based on an award show. Sweet! And how about a video game based on paint drying? You're a genius! And now we meet our title character, a detective named
Professor Cosmo Jones.
Crime Smasher. Bullshit. Cosmo Jones, who isn't funny like Cosmo Kramer or adventuresome like Indiana Jones. So he fits perfectly into this movie. Cosmo Jones in the unaction-packed movie. And he is aided in his journey by, oh wow, an ignorant black stereotype who is ignorant.
Well, dog, my cat.
'Cause nothing says old black and white film like an offensive stereotype. The two are looking for a bullet fired during the previous inaction scene. 'Cause it's their only chance to exonerate their friend, a police officer named Sergeant Flanagan, for the killing of a man shot in the previous scene. See, the girl who was almost kidnapped refuses to help the police. Oh, there's Waldo. Instead, she insists, no one tried to kidnap her, and the men who didn't try to kidnap her also didn't have guns with them. And of course, the commissioner believes her, and assumes Sergeant Flanagan shot a civilian in cold blood, just for fun, and demotes him. What? The heiress is then really kidnapped, and now the commissioner and police chief are desperate to solve the case. Nocturnal struggle. So, basically, the commissioner would rather believe a young heiress over his own sergeant, and the police chief refuses to let Cosmo Jones help find the girl, instead opting to do nothing. Wow, the two men in position of power in this movie have got to be the two dumbest people in the entire movie. And this movie contains an ignorant black stereotype.
Well, dog, my cat.
Well, leopard my dolphin. I have here with me the characters' IQs, so let's take a look. Okay. Ignorant black stereotype. 80. With a better environment growing up and a higher education, it could be better. Okay. And now university taught commissioner. 70. Wow. And the police chief? Negative 50. What? A negative? That's just ridiculous! Oh, wait, never mind. No, just a hair. 50. Wait, that's still terrible! Cosmo Jones and the city of incompetent cops. So, because the police won't allow Cosmo Jones to help them, and since they aren't helping themselves either, Cosmo helps himself and tries to put his plan into action. Well, what passes for action in this movie. First he goes to visit the father of the heiress, but is told the father refuses to see anyone but the cops. So Cosmo Jones goes another route, and puts a plan into motion to get the father and police chief in the same room. And yes, the plan is unbelievably dull. He calls the police chief from a phone pretending to be the heiress's father, and as the police chief leaves the station, Cosmo and his friends go up to the police chief's office to use the phone, to call the heiress's father and tell him to come to the police chief's office as soon as possible. And as they both get there, Cosmo Jones tells the father of his plan to save his daughter. Was this movie the inspiration for the REM song Stand?
Stand in the place where you live. Now face no. Think about direction, wonder why you have it now. Stand in the place where you were. Now face where. Think about the place where you live.
Cosmo Jones and the Standing Around. So basically the plan is put a fake story in the newspaper saying they've received the ransom demands from the kidnappers, so that whatever gang has kidnapped her will think another gang is trying to cash in on the kidnapping, and they'll make contact with the police to make sure they get their money. And at this point I should point out it's been 3 days since the kidnapping, and the kidnappers still haven't asked for a ransom. Why? I guess they were too busy standing around. So Cosmo's plan works, as the one gang thinks the other gang is trying to muscle in on their racket, and they go to kill its leader. Wait, they didn't even show the gunfight? They just jumped to a newspaper saying it happened? Oh man, that's ridiculous! You can't do that! Oh man, this is the last straw!